Hey guys, Ben here from Corner Flag Games, and welcome to the FIFA 18 World Cup Road to Glory. So in today's match, we have the semi-final game where Australia will take on Brazil. But before we go too far into it, I'm going to first throw to my two co-commentators for this game. So firstly, I'd like to welcome back to the channel, Josh Ferreira from Crossbar Capers.
G'day guys, how yous going? Fabulous. Happy to be here. Excited for this one, Benny. Let's go, mate.
All right, mate. I'll always do my best. I always do try. Thank you for that, and thank you for coming back once again. And throwing to our second co-commentator, we have Dan from Garfield V2.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Ben. Hello, Josh. Hello, T in the studio with his VAR.
Thank you very much for joining us once again, Dan. And we'd also like to give a special welcome to Terence from WirelessVLOGS, who is our resident technical analyst sitting in his comfy studio. So, that being a beautiful segue, we'll now jump into the knockout stage, where Terence from WirelessVLOGS can give us his rundown.
Thanks, Ben. Let's have a quick wrap-up of our semi-finals. So we have Portugal losing to Australia 2-1. We have Brazil beating Belgium 2-1. We have Spain beating Argentina 2-1. And we have Germany beating Tunisia 3-0. Which means we'll have Australia facing Brazil and Spain versus Germany. What a blockbuster this will be. I cannot wait. Thanks, Ben. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Terence, once again for your in-depth analysis. So guys, now we're going to jump straight into this semi-final match at St. Petersburg Stadium, where Australia will play host to Brazil. So without further ado, let's get into it. So before we jump into this game, this semi-final match between Australia and Brazil, this game will be played at the St. Petersburg Stadium, founded in 2017 with a capacity of 67,000. Okay guys, so here we are in the first semi-final match. It's Australia playing host to Brazil. Okay, so here is the Australia lineup, slightly changed. It's a 4-2-3-1 with Matt Ryan in goal, a back four of Risdon, Milligan, Sainsbury and James Meredith, two holding midfielders in Mile Jedinak and Aaron Moy. Three in the higher midfield with Matt Leckie, Tim Cahill and Aziz Bayic, and up front as the lone striker, it's Jamie McLaren. And here is the Brazil lineup with a 4-3-3. It's Alisson in goal, a back four of Alves, Marquinhos, Miranda and Marcelo. Three midfielders in Fabinho, Casemiro and Fernandinho. And three up front in Coutinho, Gabriel Jesus and Neymar. And Brazil are going to kick us off for this game. So lads, I shall now ask you for your official tips.
Josh's turn first.
1-0.
1-0 to Australia. Dan.
Going to be that guy who says this could be where it ends. I'm going to say 2-1 to Brazil.
2-1 to Brazil for Dan. So guys, let the banter now commence.
Rightio, banter. Ah, here we go. Not so much banter. Not so much banter, but
All the bants.
currently when this has been recorded, South Korea are just about to play Mexico.
Oh.
Dan, what do you reckon?
Well, I think Mexico have got the tails up, and we can't really see them failing. No doubt I'll be wrong, and then the comment section will probably be like, "Garfield knows fuck all about football," and they'd be right.
They might be right, but the comment section on my videos may tend to stay very, very quiet amongst us.
Yes, people need to change that.
Yeah.
Comment down below, guys.
Yeah, comment, guys. Comment.
That's it.
Did I do the smack the subscribe button in the last episode?
Yes.
I did.
You did.
Yeah,
Smash that thing.
Smack the bell.
Hit your computer. Smack your YouTube.
Oh, shit,
Anything.
shit. Oh, Coutinho. Oh, Neymar had a free kick on the edge of the box.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
I reckon it'd be
Coutinho's
close.
fired it.
Keep fouling. Just keep fouling Neymar. That's
I
what
did.
everyone else is doing so far.
Just chop away.
And he's primed to be chopped by either Risdon or Milligan. And I believe that Milligan would be the right man to do the job.
Yeah, Milligan won't miss.
No, he won't.
Balls. He might miss balls, but he don't miss ankles.
Correct. He does not. He is a
Pardon me.
bastard.
Sorry, guys.
It was Milligan that popped the ball in the first game, wasn't it?
No, that was
Against France.
Sainsbury.
Sainsbury, yeah. Yeah, poor sucker.
That cunt's done well this World Cup.
I think although it depends when this goes out because you could have done really fucking shit. We don't know.
No, he's had a good World Cup, even judging by the first 2 games that have been played. Go forward, Meredith.
Yeah. Yeah, no, personally, I'd be friggin' going back to, well, yeah, for those obviously who
Lecky.
might be in England or Europe, wherever, South America.
He needs a club.
Portugal.
Yeah, it's here. Be looking for a club, which personally we've appointed another Australian to take over once the World Cup's over, and I would be personally, if it was me running the show, going to that gentleman and saying, "Look, mate, he's done a great job, and I think we need to stick with him, building a good side. Sorry, mate, not going to work out, and pay Van Marwijk whatever the fuck he wants, and keep him and get us to the next World Cup."
I would agree, because there is contentious debate between Graham Arnold and Trent Sainsbury. Because what Trent Sainsbury's got in his locker is that he can turn around and go, right, if you don't pick me for the next World Cup squad, I'm going to bang your daughter, and we're going to pop out kids until it happens. Considering that they're married?
Yeah, they're married. Yeah.
He's going to be married to the next Australian manager's daughter.
They could go through in 1 or 2 ways.
But people are very quick to forget that Graham Arnold, the new incoming Australia manager after the World Cup, has managed Australia before.
True. Well,
And it was very unglorious.
True. Very true. Very true. Yeah, no, look, it'll be interesting. I'm not looking forward to Graham Arnold taking over. But
Neither am I.
at the end of the day, what are you going to do?
As long as you don't come sniffing around Southgate when he was helped the team lift the World Cup, although he won't be able to because he's dislocated his shoulder. So, did you hear how he did that? By the way, did anyone hear how he did that?
Partying too hard after they escaped in their win?
Nope. They had their day off after the match. He went running down the beach and fell over and dislocated his shoulder.
I did hear that. Sorry.
Good job. What a dick.
Agreed.
I'd like to. What minute are you in? Because I might have to save this next bit for the second half.
43rd, mate.
Yeah, I'll save it for the second half. It's basically the way the English press have dealt with a supposedly leaked team sheet.
Oh.
How leaked? Like their defence?
How leaked is
wow.
basically someone decided that they've managed to get a photo. It's like a over the shoulder, and it's
unfortunately
supposedly going to be the team that faces Panama.
It's going to have to wait.
No, I'll save the rest. Save the rest
because at halftime it's Australia 0, Brazil 0. So on screen right now, as the boys roll in for their 45-minute break to power up on their Gatorade, here are the match facts. So we will now throw to our resident technical analyst, Terence from WirelessVLOGS, to give us the rundown.
Thanks, Ben. Now it is half-time. Let's have a quick half-time wrap-up of the game between Australia and Brazil. At the moment, it stands at 0-0, with 2 shots to Australia, 1 shot to Brazil. Our shots on target are 1 to Australia and none to Brazil. Our possession are fairly even, 56% to Australia and 44% to Brazil. Our shot accuracy is 50% for Australia and 0 for Brazil. And our pass accuracy is very high for both teams, 92% to Australia and 95% for Brazil. Thanks, Ben. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Terence, for your in-depth analysis once again. So, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into this second half.
Go on, Dan. Tell us your...
All right, Dan, kick it off, buddy.
So yeah, basically, it last in the first half. It was this supposedly team sheet that's going to face Panama. Southgate's been pretty chill about it. He's just sort of, it's not even the team. It's basically a picture, a photo of sheets that we draw up on a regular basis. And we swap people around and we see where people can play best. That's all it is. It's not a team sheet for the Panama game.
Oh wow!
But the way the English, the British press have done this to the England squad every major tournament.
Oh yeah,
and they need to just be working against them constantly. And it's like, if you've got something that potentially could fucking give another team a bit of a head start against you, and you know, why would you do that in the press? You're supposed to be aiding the team.
I was about to say that's treason.
Yeah, well, it just happens all the fucking time. It's so annoying because it's just leave the team alone. The way they've handled it all this year, I think, has been really good because they've done a lot of things, like social media wise. They've done a lot of things. They kept everyone that's interested in that sort of shizbang,
yeah,
in the loop and very involved and very interactive with everyone. But then for the press to just be the press and be dickheads about it, it just drives me nuts. It really does. And it's a problem with because eventually the players won't want to speak to journalists, and that gives a problem to like I don't. You won't have it over in Australia. What I've been listening to all the matches on has been a radio station called Talk Sport.
Yeah,
and you know they get to have interviews and with players, and they like I said they had one with Gareth Southgate just yesterday, when we were recording this. But if the press keeps doing what it's doing, eventually it's going to get to the stage where no player is going to want to speak to the press. So you will have none of that feedback. Everything will have to be through Twitter, and then that can be misconstrued. And
of course,
it's just going to be a nightmare, and it drives me nuts.
Welcome to social media.
Yep, social media is good and bad in many ways.
Bloody hell. Yeah, no, it's...
Speaking of social media, though, make sure you follow us on Twitter and join the Discord. You know.
Yes, leave comments.
People on the Discord. Leave comments.
Absolutely.
You know, we will. If you leave a comment, we will get back to you, whether it's
of course
via another comment or in the next video. It's well, depending
questions,
on
any topics, whatever.
Everything. We take all sorts.
There's one thing that I'm disappointed with though, and that's I think I said it before, because we had a little mini World Cup that we were going to have between ourselves.
Yeah.
And then just one person let the whole thing down, and we just couldn't really get a suitable replacement. Is probably the best way to put it. But it was going to be brilliant. We played all the Group A fixtures, and fucking hell, it was good fun. Everyone was enjoying it. And then, the person in question is my brother-in-law as well, so that's fucking good for him. I could say what the fuck I want. He won't be watching. I'll be surprised if he fucking does.
Oh, really?
You'll find out tomorrow.
No, he's never got time for anything. He's too busy playing with his balls. He hasn't got no balls. I know what my sister-in-law's like. So,
Oh, that's rough.
Well, fuck it. Let me down. That was going to be a really good... That would have been a fucking good series as well. It would have lasted the duration of the World Cup. Everything was in place. Really pissed me off. I don't know if that comes up or traces to this video.
But again, in saying that, if there's any British subscribers out there or Aussie subscribers that are keen to jump on board, obviously we want to get it going. So
we do.
There's still time.
Yeah, why not? Doesn't have to be a World Cup one. We can do a.
We can just do it. We can have our own. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the World Cup. It can.
That's it.
Be a club. It can be a club World Cup.
Hey lads.
Yes, full time.
We're heading into extra time.
Extra time.
We're heading into extra time.
Oh yes.
So at the end of the original 90 minutes, guys, it's Australia 0, Brazil 0. So on screen right now are the 90 minutes match facts before we head into our first period of extra time. So I'll now throw to our technical analyst, Terence from WirelessVLOGS, to give us the lowdown.
Thanks, Ben. Now for our full-time wrap-up. We have 0 goals for Australia and 0 goals for Brazil. It is going to extra time. Our shots are 5 for Australia and 1 for Brazil. Shots on target are 3 to Australia and of course none for Brazil. Our possession are 53% to Australia and 47% to Brazil, so they have evened out since half time. Our shot accuracy 60% for Australia and 0, of course, for Brazil, with a pass accuracy of 86% for Australia and 91 for Brazil. Thanks, Ben. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Terence from Wireless Vlogs, for your in-depth analysis once again. So, guys, we're now going to launch straight into the first half of extra time. Okay, so Brazil are going to kick us off for the first period of extra time. We have made another 2 substitutions, which should flick up on the screen at any time now. But, lads, jump in with more banter. We have another couple of minutes.
Try my head. Get it going under.
Love it. Bloody, well, we're talking about analysts, our special analysts and so forth. Let's cross to you, Dan, there over in England. Have we got any news on any possible coaching appointments for Gary Rowett? Is he moving on?
Oh, fuck him. Twat.
Is he surely there's got to be fucking more clubs looking to give him a friggin' interview or whatever? Surely.
Well, the fixtures were released.
Yes.
Yes, they were.
Just the other day. Obviously, there's normally only really. Like, I always look. As a Derby fan, I always got to look when the Forest games are there, the 2 big ones. This time I found myself looking for the Stoke games as well, which was... how was that? But, it's going to... I mean, the less we say about Gary Rowett, to be fair. I mean, I'm already wound up by my little rant about the British press, and then my brother-in-law said, we'll leave poor Gary alone.
No, fuck Gary.
Say poor Gary.
Wow.
No, Gary, no.
That's yeah. Wow.
To be fair, who would you rather? Granted, experience and stuff, but who would you rather have? Fucking Rowett or Lampard?
Oh. I think the answer to that is going to have to wait until the second part of extra time.
Oh, we could be going to pens.
We could be going to pens, and I'm horrible at them. So at the end of the first half of extra time, it's Australia 0, Brazil 0. So on screen right now are the match facts at the end of the extra time halftime break. We will now throw to our technical analyst Terence to give us the lowdown.
Thanks, Ben. And at half-time in our extra time, it is Australia still with no goals and Brazil still with no goals. Our shots are 6 to Australia and 1 to Brazil, with shots on target standing at 3 for Australia and still 0 for Brazil. Our possession is once again evening out, 53% to Australia and 47% to Brazil. Shot accuracy has not changed, 50% for Australia and 0% for Brazil. Our pass accuracy, both teams are falling, 84% for Australia and 89% to Brazil. That is, of course, because both teams are looking to make more trying and daring forward passes in their own half now. Thanks, Ben. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Terence, for your in-depth analysis. So without further ado, guys, we're going to jump straight into the second part of extra time. And Australia are going to kick us off for what remains to be seen as the last 15 minutes of open play. Lads, banter away.
Well, let me. You want to answer the question of who you rather have, Lampard or Rowett?
Yes.
So, I'd like to hear yours 2 thoughts on that before I give reasons why it should be Lampard.
Oh,
he's confident.
Oh, yeah, it's a difficult one, I suppose, when you read.
Yeah, it is a difficult one, I suppose.
For me, Lampard. Obviously, if we'd ask this question again in 12 months' time, I'd probably be able to give you a better answer. But I don't know. It's big shoes for Lampard.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, big shoes for Lampard this season. I hope the board will give him the season to work it out.
McLaren, come on, we're 1-on-1! Put it in!
No.
Lecky!
Yeah. Yes.
Yes!
Yeah, he scored. Hey.
He's in! He's done it! 117 minutes it's taken to break the deadlock. And it was a
Long
beautiful,
enough.
it was a beautiful corner which fell out the back from Brazil to the top man there, Jamie McLaren, who made an absolute storming run. Brazil overcommitting all their players into the box and no one back defending. Gone right up, and with the very cheeky and very shit sweaty goal, it's been Matthew Leckie with a goal in the 118th minute.
It's the longest friggin' pause. I thought the fucking game had glitched.
No. So, boys, we are now doing the ice lane tactic.
Park the bus.
Park the bus.
Yep, we are parking the
Right,
bus.
well, let me very quickly, now that it's not going to go to penalties, let me very quickly why I tell you it's going to be Lampard as allow it. Lampard has so many connections. He was such a big player in the game that, I mean, some of the players that we've been linked to, Solomon Kalou. Okay, so he's getting on a bit, but would you think he played championship football? No, I don't think he would. But Lampard's the sort of man that can get him in. Add to that, just to quickly touch on the subject of you hope the board will give him the season. Mel Morris has already sort of promised that he will. He says promotion isn't going to make or break Grant.
Relegation might though.
Gentlemen.
Congratulations on winning your semi-final.
No.
No,
No.
Brazil just scored.
The whistle has just blown. Whilst you guys were talking about Frank Lampard, we sealed another goal and booked our spot in the grand final.
All right.
You got
Jackson Irvine with a clutch goal completely split the defence.
World Cup final.
World Cup final. The Aussies are going to the World Cup final.
Happy fucking days. He's open.
So at the end of 120 minutes, it's Australia 2, Brazil 0. So guys, at the end of a very grueling 120 minutes of football, here are the match facts on screen right now. So I'll now throw to our technical analyst, Terence from WirelessVLOGS, to give us the rundown.
Thanks, Ben. Now for our full-time wrap-up. We have Australia beating Brazil 2-0. Australia 8 shots, 5 on target to Brazil's 3 shots, 2 on target. Our possession is 54% to Australia and 46% to Brazil. Our shot accuracy is 62% to Australia and 66% to Brazil, with our pass accuracy 85% to Australia and 90% to Brazil, so both teams made more passes in that second half of extra time. Thanks, Ben. That is our full-time wrap-up. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Terence, once again for your in-depth analysis. So guys, with this result, we now book our place in the World Cup final, and we shall find out next episode who we shall play in that World Cup final. But before we do finish up, I'd like to throw to my 2 special guest commentators for their official sign-off. So first of all, we'll throw to Josh Ferreira from Crossbar Capers.
Thanks for having me, guys. Been a pleasure as always. Next topic, let's talk a little bit of championship football, I reckon. All right, guys. Thanks for having me. See ya.
Thank you very much, Josh, for joining us once again, and we look forward to seeing you in the final. And we'll now throw to Dan from Garfield V2.
Thank you, everyone involved. Ben, Josh, Terence, you, the folk at home watching this. Yes, you there. You can know I'm talking about you. Yes, I'm definitely up for that topic. I'm waving. I'm definitely up for the topic of championship football, seeing as there's only a slightly important final match for the Australian boys. It's not of great importance, really, is it? But yes, thank you for having me. I'll see you in the final.
Not a problem, Dan. Thank you very much for joining us once again. And also a very special thank you to Terence from WirelessVLOGS for his technical analysis on this game and prior games as well. So a very special thank you to him. So guys, on screen right now will be links to all their social media channels and their YouTube channels as well. Feel free to join up and have a chat with these guys. They are some really awesome blokes and they do create some really awesome content. So jump over on their stuff. Go check them out. They are a bunch of fantastic lads. And as for myself, thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it and leave your comments and feedback below. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button if you haven't already and tick the little notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. For those of you that don't know, please jump on to the official Corner Flag Games Discord channel. join up, have a laugh, have a banter, check out the boxing ring, and leave comments also in there as well. And I'll be back with the World Cup final at the World Cup Road to Glory career mode soon.